They will give you always the best rate.
They connect to Binance, HitBTC, LMAX, and Kraken.
What I like about Swissborg is that they have an amazing app.
Pow, wow, yo, yippee, yeah. Pow number 6, super excited to be with you guys. As always, we're going to dive into the love of the community, then talk about what's happening on the markets, and then talk about what's happening on Swissborg Network. As you guys know, my name is Cyrus Feazell. I'm the proud founder and CEO of Swissborg, always here to serve you. And I don't know why I have these beautiful headphones, but there you go. And let's dig into it right away, guys. First and foremost, Luca, the photo bomber. I love this picture, by the way, with Jamie, our lovely Jamie from our community. Who is Luca? Besides being a photo bomber, he is one of the coolest guy. He's the one who put in place sbstats.info. It's a great place to see a lot of different things regarding CHSB metrics. I really enjoy the fact that when there's great initiatives that are taken by himself and that you make things happen, that's the real startup doer methodology that all burgers we have in our DNA, in our green hearts. So big shout out to you, and big shout out to the fact what all you're doing with the DAO and everything's happening on Discord. Question of the week. This is a good one. So how will it work when Utrusts with Utrusts? Many people have realized today that Utrusts is probably going to go from Ethereum to essentially our dear friends at Elrond's network. And the problem about that is that being on the Elrond blockchain, which is not supported today by our wallet system, well, it's going to be quite hard to see how things are going to go. So I think so probably what's going to be happening is that there's 4 ways. First one, it never happens and they never go on Elrond blockchain and just continue on Ethereum. Second is that they might have both going on. So you'll be able to trade it on Elrond and as well on Ethereum. In that case, nothing will happen for us because essentially you'll be able to withdraw and deposit with the Ethereum token as today, and then you'll be able to trade it. The third is that it creates a bridge in some way. They're trying to figure out how it's going to happen. Fourth, maybe people will be able to sell and trade it, but not deposit or withdraw it. That's a possibility. And the fifth is we completely delist Utrust. But so you see there's a lot of, and there's the wait and see how things will go, was probably the 6th one. So we definitely have a lot of different possibilities here, and we wish the best about Utrust and how it's going to develop in the next future. So FOMO and FUD of the week, obviously there's not only love, but there's as well some FUD as well that happens sometimes with Swissborg. Is the yin and the yang. You need to have all colors of the palette to make the beautiful rainbow. So ESA. So maybe we need some more noise to be heard. Cyrus Feazell or some beloved Swiss friends. Additionally, Roman Sprengers, Glad Devnis, Ballman Project, Starving Vinka. Hey, come on, Stan, you could do something here. Elodie and many more. I don't know from everyone. Well, first, thank you so much, buddies, to all bring your love, your attention. And yes, sometimes we need more noise. Roman Sprengers, you definitely do a lot. So there, I think so. That's good. At least you're doing a lot. Sometimes maybe I should make more noise. But nevertheless, I'm here, right? Aste, dear buddy, we know for a long time. 1 year ago, Twint, we are still waiting. Twint is the Apple Pay for Switzerland. We haven't yet done anything. I don't think so. It's never going to happen. I don't think this is ever going to happen or not. Because the long story short is that it's a very complicated situation. As we're the company that we're servicing out of Estonia for this, it makes it more complicated to integrate Twint. And long story short, it's just more complicated than we think. But we're integrating Checkout.com, which is the biggest payment company almost in the world. Valuation is $40 billion. The CEO is a good friend, and we're definitely going to have a lot of way to make incoming payments and recurring payments, hopefully in the future. Oh, I shouldn't have said that maybe. Oh my, is that maybe? Oh, too late. Prépare déjà les valises, moi aussi. I am really deceased. Really, Not deceased. Hope not, Jaja. I really am pissed off pretty much. I don't see any utility in the CHSB. And the only one I found is 000. Come on, Jaja. I mean, I don't know if this is related to the singer, Jaja. Hey, Jaja. Maybe it is because, to be honest, that comment sucked. Utilities probably has the biggest utilities within the crypto network, the CHSB itself. And to be honest, we do promise a lot of things, but we put the work into it. We're one of the only ICOs that are here after 2017. And not only here, we're rocking, guys. So, hey, Jaja. Jaja. Come on, don't FUD, buddy. If you want to be part of this huge family, just apply to any job. There's a creative writer right now. If you're really good at writing things, there's so much new other people that could join. If you know any person, please refer that person. You earn up to $3,000 worth of Swissport tokens. News of the week. And yes, this is super exciting because it's not going to be me talking about it, but it's going to be our lovely Rebecca. Back to you.
Good evening, Vogus. My name is Rebecca, and it's a pleasure to be here to bring you the news of the week this week. Thank you for having me. And indeed, there's so much news and so little time, so let's get into it. Bitcoin moved little on Sunday after another weekend with light volume, while tokens associated with gaming saw a price bump. Shiba Inu-themed tokens were the top gainers during early Asian hours on Monday, gaining as much as 26%. SHIB's weekend surge came days after developers unveiled a tie-up with Wellies, a fast food chain selling burgers and fries. The partnership involves rebranding Wellies stores to include Shiba Inu-themed products and imagery, and the issuance of NFTs for customers. Community members can buy products using SHIB and participate in Wellies expansion via Shiba Inu's decentralized governance forum, Doggy DAO. The Central Bank of Ecuador is planning to issue crypto-specific regulations later this year. One of the main reasons to issue the regulation concerning cryptocurrencies is the government's worries about the possible illegal use of these assets. There have been cases of actors using cryptocurrencies for money laundering purposes in the country, and these regulations would be directed at curbing such instances. While the government issued a ban on Bitcoin back in 2014 and launched its own digital token called Dinero Electrónico in 2017, crypto usage in the country has continued to grow. The Federal Reserve Bank of Boston and MIT's Digital Currency Initiative published open source software to support a theoretical central bank digital currency on Thursday. The Boston Fed and MIT have been jointly researching CBDCs for nearly 2 years after the Federal Reserve Governor announced the Boston branch of the U.S. Central Bank was investigating blockchain and a digital dollar. Thursday's publication brings the central bank one step closer to a technical framework that could support a U.S. CBDC. The white paper explains that the Boston Fed was able to develop a core processing engine for a general-purpose CBDC that could support nearly 2 million transactions per second with high-speed settlement finality. Phase 2 will test the different designs and features not included in Phase 1, as well as assess what trade-offs there might be with different sets of features. And finally, to the world of NFTs and the eBay of NFTs, OpenSea. Mid-January saw their purchase of the DeFi wallet firm Dharma in a move to scale OpenSea's tech to meet its user demand. Then, just last week, it had replaced Uniswap as the #1 product on Ethereum. Now, OpenSea has launched a new system that will help users clear out unclaimed sale offers. The move comes after a bug that allowed attackers to exploit old contracts to buy tokens for hundreds of thousands of dollars below market price. In one such instance, back in January, a Bored Ape Yacht Club token was purchased for less than $2,000 and resold immediately for $192,000. The bug was a result of how OpenSea's platform interacts with the Ethereum blockchain, often having gas fees by listing offers locally rather than coding them into the broader chain. As described by OpenSea, the new system will enable users to cancel all unfulfilled contracts while incurring only minimal gas fees. It's set to be rolled out over the next 2 weeks. That's the news for this week, folks. Back to you, Cyrus.
What is happening on the market? So, we're back into that Krebs Fest that our dear team has been talking about it. talking about as well that McDonald as well, like the bottom low twice, which is usually something we're waiting for, right? The big, what is going to be the news that will tell us, that will bring us to the upside or to the downside, and we are in this. And it goes pretty much to most cryptos right now, right? We're seeing really, the good thing is that when we see these dumps, there's actually new accumulation of new people coming into the game, which is great. So it's changing wallets and diversifying the ownership of cryptos, which is great. But long story short, it looks like the world economy is very much trying to see what is happening with this economy, right? I mean, the economy is saying that 2021 was probably one of the highest inflation year for decades in the American history, in the European history, and actually in the world economy. And the next big thing is to understand on the meeting of March 16, how high are the rates going to be hiked, right? And interest rates means that the higher you essentially you increase the rates, so you hike the rates of interest rates, the worse it gets in terms of investing into risky assets, because people tend to, well, essentially get loans that are higher, therefore they have less money to essentially spend. And on the other round is that they're actually earning some interest with a very low risk. So that's usually what happens, right? So people, the economy, when you hike rates, doesn't go well, but inflation goes lower. And that fact, well, it stabilizes a bit the economy on the longer run. So here we're trying to see if it's going to be a hike of, we're going to try to see is a hike of 0 to 25. So that would be incremental, 25 to 50 or 50 to 75. To be honest, I just, it's just impossible. It's not going to happen. The 0 is pretty much impossible either too, because it's really an inflationary, the inflation is just too high. So probably what people think is that we're going to convert mostly probably between 25 and to 25 to 25 and 50. If it goes to 50, probably this is not the best news. If it goes to 25, that means that we'll maybe have gradual hike, and most probably that's what's going to happen. And therefore you're going to have, the inflation is going to lower down, but bit by bit, without having a drastic sell-off on the markets, which would probably happen if they would hike like 75 points right away, which would not be really good. Good for inflation, but really bad for the market. What is the CHSB is following the trend, but more excitedly, we see that we really have a strong presence in terms of USD right now, with support near 60 to 670 cents. That's pretty much the main support we have there. And same with Ether. And we're definitely attending the next week. We're going to be revealing a lot of different things. And even though the markets are sideways, we know what to expect in the upcoming yearly keynote. Just a big shout out to the People team. They're really freaking awesome. They have, hired over 100 people. And big shout out to Alex Pitu, a dear friend that is now not only a surfer into the real surfing sport, but as well into the metaverse. So big shout out to him and to the lovely thing that he's been accomplished. The team is just growing on a daily basis. So it's super exciting to have the Silver Surfer, Alexandre Pitu. Stan the Man is requiring some attention with the NFT Open Series. We talked about it. We tweeted about it. We actually had a great meeting with Stan the Man, which was really, really interesting. Ballman updates. The private sale is about to happen on this Thursday. 400 winners from the Swissborg community are actually be into the whitelists to get into the pre-sales at a very early stage to one of the game that will probably have a very big impact in terms of esports in the metaverse. So looking forward to it. I'm personally obviously very interested to be participating and getting into this private sale. I still don't have my VIP pass, so please Stan, make sure that this happens. And I'm very excited to have it. Obviously, there's a lot of requirement to get to this fight. You have to be the whitelist spots to be won on Twitter. As Swissborg is there's still a lot to geek one. You have to go on their Discord channel and follow up what's happening to get into this very interesting game. NFT Open Series with Stan Wawrinka. Looking forward to participate and to collecting these different NFTs and train these different cards and hopefully get a lot of Swissborg tournaments. I hope you're in for it. I will be very excited to team up with you guys or compete together. big announcement here of the week. You're going to see the super cool way of the marketplace. This is really a big game changer, is how we could evolve as a crypto wealth management ecosystem, where you'll have different categories like DeFi, discovering, metaverse, real life, early projects, all different ways to understand how to invest in a smarter way. I just love the fact that we are really, starting to more and more explicitly show what's happening into crypto wealth management. And this is really, it's an UI and it's a great experience, but I think so it's going to really change again the green heart of Swissborg, because our mission is to democratize wealth management by making it fun, yes, fair, and community centric. Swissborg in chart of the week, very interesting right now. We're at 1.5 billion, but actually the total lifetime deposit is over 3.5 billion and 2.3 billion of withdrawal. That means there's been a quite wealth accumulation, and that's very interesting to see. Weekly CHSB data. We have 522 premiums that have been added. Really great to have this new generation premium to get in. We have, as always, a very big amount of people that were 80% that is 80% that is staked into our different programs. 5% up, 2.6 million in the protect and burn, and close to 127,000 people holding Swissborg token in the app. The Yield 2.0 is definitely playing a massive benefit for this. Super glad to have it, which brings us to the community in the DEX, which is not as high as I wished, 7.7, but that's still good. Great room for improvement for the next week. For the keynote, obviously, social media not doing too well, and crypto challenge getting a little bit in the red too. Tomorrow night, we will have Bitcoin price prediction part 4. Really great race to position bears against bulls, and what are the different theories that both work, and the yin and the yang, as always, the long and the short, the up or the down. And we're going to try to figure out, how to really perceive this in the best way possible. As you guys know, next Tuesday is the biggest thing. It is our annual meeting, a keynote where that will be revealing a lot of new things in our roadmap, as well as strategy, how we're going to put this into place, and have this open discussion, the community building that we have. There will be a lot of people that'll be able to attend it from Lausanne, but as well, a lot of everyone around the world that'll be able to watch it on YouTube, comment there. There's going to be a lot of fun things like always. I'm really looking forward to this bonding. It's been a long time. I haven't been able to see many people from the community, so looking forward to this. Guys, nothing much more to say besides next week, next Tuesday, the keynote is going to be something really grand. I'm really looking forward to it. Like always, be happy, be wealthy, and love our CHSB. Take care, guys. Bye.